Hello, everyone. This is Tim with Ground to God, and I'm back in the Bible, and I'm in Daniel. And just in the very beginning of the book of Daniel, it really talks about his lifestyle and him and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, his brothers, when they were in captivity. So Nebuchadnezzar, the king, had them in, captivity, and then they had them eating the diet of the royal family and the nobility, the youth, without blemish, of good appearance and skillful in all wisdom. So it says, when the king commanded Ashpenaz, his chief eunuch, to bring some of the people of Israel, both of the royal family and of nobility, youths without blemish, that's Daniel and his boys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, of good appearance and skillful in all wisdom, endowing and all that, blah, 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 blah. Then it says the king assigned them a daily portion of the food that the king ate and of the wine that he drank. And they were to be educated for 3 years, and at the end of that time, they were to stand before the king. And among them were Daniel and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. But Daniel resolved that he would not defile himself with the king's food or with the wine that he drank. Therefore he asked the chief of the eunuchs to allow him to not defile himself. And God gave Daniel favor and compassion in the sight of the chief of the eunuchs. And the chief of the eunuchs said to Daniel, I fear that my lord the king, who's Nebuchadnezzar, who assigned you the food and your drink, for should he see that you were in worse condition than the youths who are of your own age? And then it says, so you would endanger my head with the king? And then Daniel said to the steward of the chief of the eunuchs had assigned over Daniel, he says, test your servants for 10 days. Let us be given vegetables to eat and water to drink. Then let our appearance and the appearance of the youths who eat the king's food be observed by you, and deal with your servants accordingly to what you see. So he listened to them in that manner and then tested them for 10 days. And at the end of the 10 days, it was seen that they were better in appearance and fatter in flesh than all the youths who ate the king's food. So the steward took away their food and wine, and they were to drink, and then gave them vegetables. And for these 4 youths, God gave them learning and skill in literature and wisdom, and Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. At the end of time, when the king had commanded that they should be brought in, the chief of the eunuchs brought them in before Nebuchadnezzar, King Nebuchadnezzar. And the king spoke to them, and among them all he found that they stood before the king, and in every matter of wisdom and understanding about which the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better than all the magicians and enchanters that were in all of his kingdom. And Daniel was there until his first year of King Cyrus. So, again, Daniel had conviction. He was blessed by the Lord, and he had conviction. And basically, Daniel was one of the first ones to show that the clean diet, the vegan diet, not the king's diet, but the vegan diet, or, clean with water, not wine, all that kind of stuff, that was the way to go. That was the way to health. So, anyway, loving the book of Daniel, love the Bible. This has been Tim with Ground to God. Keep breathing well and grounding into God.